Welcome to One on One. I'm Greg Bassey, your host from the Salisbury Independent Newspaper. Today we have someone from Salisbury University here, Dr. Bill Folger from the Music, Theater, and Dance Department. Welcome.
Thank you.
Now, there are so many cool things that are going on at SU, and people don't even know about all the opportunities that we have for entertainment over there. So you've got some great stuff coming up this spring, so tell me what you've got going on.
We do. We have the Music Festival, which begins May 4th and runs through May 11th. And it includes, beginning with the University Chorale and Salisbury Chorale, performing a major work by Carl Orff called Carmina Burana. It's with a full orchestra, with some dance actually as well, and some of our student soloists. I'm going to just plug them. Jeffrey Todd, who is our senior baritone soloist. We have a soloist coming from the Metropolitan Opera, Brandy Sutton, and then we have three tenors, Jay Copeland, Lance Fisher, and Dr. John Wesley Wright, who is one of my colleagues, professor of voice.
Wow, so that's pretty exciting stuff.
It's exciting. Good way to start the festival. And then if you move till Tuesday, we have the Salisbury Pops, which is very popular. And Professor Lee Nyer will be directing that, having probably some soloists. He's actually doing a piece by Eric Whitaker called Luxarumque, also written originally for a choir, but going to be played by the band this time. And the whole theme is moods, so it'll be very interesting. And then on Thursday, the 9th, we have the Jazz Ensemble conducted by Jerry Tabor, and that'll include small ensemble works of contemporary jazz, including actually a work composed by one of our SU students, Mac Dignam, and that's on Thursday night. All these are 7:30, by the way, and then topping off the Saturday, the 11th of May, we have the Salisbury Symphony Orchestra under the direction of Dr. Jeffrey Schoyen, and we have the guest pianist Ernest Barrett, and he is playing, among other things, Rachmaninoff's Second Piano Concerto. So the whole theme is the realm of Rachmaninoff's music. And that tops the season off. I'm going to give one little more plug. There's a correction for the Panorama. On Sunday, May 5th, they're scheduled the Chamber Choir. We've moved that to May 15th. So I hope people will come out to that. It's not part of the festival, but that's free and open to the public in the Great Hall. With the exception of the chorales on the 4th and the Salisbury Symphony Orchestra on the 11th, everything else is free. And you can look up on the website for the prices for tickets, and they can be purchased online or calling the box office.
It's amazing to me how jazz has sort of come back in terms of a very popular thing. And you just don't hear enough jazz around here.
It's not. Although Dr. Tabor, Jerry's done a great job bringing it back, and he's actually composed a lot of his own jazz music. And he's also a very fine guitarist, so he'll be playing on this concert as well. So I want to plug on one other thing I have to mention. We have a brand new group in town. It's the Salisbury University Children's Choir, under the direction of Alice Wigfield, and they will be singing with us on Carmina Burana, and also their own concert on May 19th at 2:30. So hope to come out for that. That's also in Holloway Hall Auditorium.
And all these are in Holloway Hall?
All in Holloway Hall, except for the Chamber Choir on the 15th, which is in the Great Hall.
Right. That Great Hall is a great location for that.
It is wonderful, especially for chamber choirs, small recitals. Beautiful.
It's a little tight in there, but the acoustics is amazing.
It is. It's the beautiful wooden paneling makes for wonderful acoustics.
Now, we're all very familiar with Salisbury Symphony, Dr. Schoen, an amazing show. I mean, he looks and acts like a real conductor. You can forget that you're in Salisbury when you're in there. And these are local volunteer type people performing this music, and they're just amazing at their skills.
It is. We have almost 30 students in the group, and then community members who play in the orchestra. And many of them, including Dr. Schoen and his wife, who's the concertmaster, Dr. Murasugi, will be performing for me with Carmina Burana in the orchestra. So very fortunate to have them on our faculty in the community.
And then Lee Nyer with the Pops, he's just so much, he's a fun guy.
He is, and he always gets a wonderful house, especially during the holiday seasons. But I'm sure it'll be a wonderful concert this coming, I guess it's the 7th of May. So come out and pack the house. He'll always entertain. It's an hour long, and they won't regret it.
Yeah. Lee also plays the trombone, and I always heard he'd played, and I couldn't imagine how good he could be. He was downtown appearing at one of the downtown Salisbury events on the Friday, and boy, is he good at that.
He is. He's good. Well, he's an artist and a show person. He loves to perform We have our own recitals coming up in November. In the fall semester. It's a wonderful person to work with, a wonderful teacher as well, and a great trombonist, who will also be playing in my orchestra.
Awesome.
So yeah, lucky to have him.
Now, when you talk about this more sophisticated type singing, what does it take to get into that, to develop that as a student and then a performer?
I mean, one thing, we sort of have this innate ability to sing when we're very, very young. And certainly later on, we tend to learn how to, not to breathe correctly. So part of learning to sing well is to breathe correctly. So our students learn that, as well as the artist aspect of singing and what the meaning of the text is, how to express it so the audience can be drawn into that. And so it's very personal, because the voice is part of our own bodies, as you know. And so you're one with the audience when you perform. And that's what we try to teach over here, to the artistry, also the musicianship, the technique, so that our students can go out and be successful in their careers.
It's interesting to me because I've been to opera and I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea what they're saying up there, but I'm always moved and touched by it. I can tell when it's important and when it's not, and just the talent always blows me away, of course. But as a pedestrian, how could I know more about what they're trying to achieve up there on the stage?
A lot of it is reading up a little in advance, so that you have the storyline. Many opera houses have subtitles, even on the seats. I think the Metropolitan Opera has that. And that helps you. I've even talked to people that know the language, but because of modifications, it's hard to understand singers, especially if they're in the high tessitura. But for anybody just off the street, just knowing a little bit about the storyline, and then if the production is well done, that will draw them in. As you expressed, you'll know what's going on because of the emotion that they're performing.
Yeah, I find myself crying. I really do. I don't know what it is. When that tenor comes out, it just fascinates me.
Yeah, it is just amazing. I mean, and the human voice, just what it can do is phenomenal. And I think those, especially impressed with our senior Jeffrey Todd. He's won second and third place National Association of Teachers of Singing Awards, and that's competing against all universities in the whole United States. So, and he's local young man and very talented, as well as many of our singers and our faculty.
What's your own background? How did you choose this?
Well, I'm a pianist and a woodwind person for many years. I always wanted to be a conductor. I actually wanted to be a band director, but because I was a pianist, they put me in the vocal track, which is fine. So I pretty much been playing since I was 5, and I come from a musical family, and I've been very fortunate here at Salisbury to participate in the operas, the musicals, all the choir events, and have a wonderful faculty with whom to share my abilities.
Is it fulfilling and rewarding what you're doing?
It is, very much so. Yes, I'm very fortunate here, and again, Salisbury University, it's a regional, and as Dr. Janet used to say, international, increasingly getting our word out that Salisbury has a lot of things to offer here. It's the jewel of the Eastern Shore, in my humble opinion. And, I'm a little subjective, I know, but it's been wonderful to work with, and I know our new president has been very generous. He's come to a lot of our events, and really appreciate his support with that. So I hope to continue to grow it here at Salisbury University and to showcase our wonderful talent.
Yeah, it seemed for years to those of us in town that the university would have its events, but it kind of felt exclusive to the campus. But now it feels more inclusive. There is an attempt to get the public in there and let them know how lucky they are to have the access to this kind of stuff.
Exactly, that's a wonderful point. I mean, we pretty much all our ensembles have community participation. In fact, Jerry's Jazz Ensemble, he's bringing in Tom Davis, who's retired state trooper, and he's a wonderful jazz trumpet player. He will be joining the Jazz Ensemble on May 9th. So we try to incorporate our community members, and they've helped us build our ensembles. As our student base grows, there's still wonderful opportunities for them. So.
This might be a political question. You probably don't want to go there, but I want to go there. Dr. Janet had a vision for a performance center for the town. There's all kinds of ideas of where that would be. Holloway Hall is nice, but we could do better than Holloway Hall, I think. Any ideas? Do we need a performance center in our town?
I think we do. Part of the reason is if you think back a couple of years ago, we did the wonderful production Hairspray, very successful.
Yeah.
But it was in a hall that's very beautiful, but it's really not designed to be a proscenium theater. There was just no fly space, and so our wonderful people in the theater department, John Rayleigh and Mike Desper, and that worked together to make it happen. The magic of theater, and Matt Salzberg. But if we had a real proscenium theater, it would increase our ability to perform many other shows. And so I do think we need it here. It could be the jewel of Salisbury to have a facility like that, and we could hopefully share with the community, especially in the summer when the university schedule is less busy. And I know there's talk about that, making it a community facilities as well. But yes, I do think, and I think people will come to the university if we have a wonderful performance venues.
Yeah, I think there's enough people around to draw from who have an interest. I really do. And I look at the one they built at the Convention Center in Ocean City, and I go to that one, and it's so nice. It's not that big, so I don't think it costs that much money. And of course, it's attached to the Convention Center, so they were able to save us infrastructure there.
Right.
But it's just a beautiful place that you really enjoy being there and having the performers do their thing.
It is, and it does make the ambience of a venue is really helpful, as you know, the comfort, the beauty of it, and also the most important thing, acoustics, I think.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
But yeah, we're hoping that we'll see that, in a few years. I know Dr. Janet really was a good proponent of our arts and theater, and I think the university and the community are looking toward that. I'm hoping to see it in my lifetime.
Right. All right, recap. Tell me again the dates and the locations of all the events here that we're trying to talk about.
All right, the music festival runs from Saturday, May 4th through Saturday, May 11th, starting with the chorales performing Carmina Burana, and then on Tuesday, the 7th, Salisbury Pops, Lee Nyer, Thursday, the 9th, Jazz Ensemble under Dr. Jerry Tabor, and then the 11th, Dr. Shoyan conducting the Salisbury Symphony Orchestra with Ernest Peretta as pianist. And then I'm going to put a plug in, Chamber Choir May 15th,
right,
and Children's Choir May 19th. So
the Children's Choir should also be very special.
It's wonderful. Alice Wickfield has done a wonderful job. This is our very first semester with them.
Right.
And she's had, as you know, over 25 years with the Magi choirs. So it's very talented.
You talk about an event that I cry at, that Magi thing.
Yes.
Wow.
It's very moving, yes. And she puts a lot of work into it, and I think the audience will be very impressed with the Children's Choir in May. And you also hear a little of them in Carmina Burana because they're featured there as well. So wonderful opportunity, something for everybody for our music festival.
So which events are free and which do I have to pay for?
All right. The bookend events are you have to pay for. There's the chorale concert on May 4th and the Salisbury Symphony Orchestra on May 11th. All the others are free.
He's Dr. Bill Folger. We're thrilled that he was here today to talk about all the great stuff going on at Salisbury University. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thanks. Joining me now in the studio is Brian Nelson from one of my favorite events of the year, Red, White, and Boom. It's not till July, so Brian, why are you here?
I'm here because we're looking for the community to reaching out because this is a free event to the community, but in order for this to be a free event, we're looking for sponsorships to be able to maintain this being a free event for everyone.
See, now that's the little secret that no one really knows in town is that anybody can go out and buy fireworks and put up a show. Well, not anybody, but
right,
that's not that hard because that's done all the time.
Correct.
But raising the money for this thing is why it died before and we had to bring it back.
Correct.
So, yeah, we need money to make this thing happen.
Absolutely. It does cost quite a bit of money. We do have financials from Toyota. We have financials from the city of Salisbury. But there is that little bit of a gap that we're looking to be able to fill. And that's why we're trying to reach out to local businesses. Every little bit counts. So.
Describe the event for me. It's the 5th year?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
So around 4 o'clock, we end up shutting down Civic Avenue there. And then we had food truck vendors, multiple vendors, probably 8 to 10 different vendors that are coming in. People can start to be able to fill up both the Civic Center and the corner lot across there, as well as the Y-High stadium there, and be able to come into the stadium, to the football field, have a seat wherever they would like, bring their friends, bring their family, bring a picnic, whatever they want there, sit down and enjoy the show. We're also going to have bounce houses there, as well as multiple food truck vendors for them to enjoy their time.
And it's a huge event now. It grows more and more every year. And I said 5 years. I think it's more like, it might even be close to 10 years now.
Yeah, closer to 8.
Okay, we should check on that. But
yes,
it's just an amazing event. More and more people every year. And it's a great show.
Absolutely. So the shows usually starts around 9:10, right after the sun goes down. We have a 20-minute show, and WBOC has been generous enough to be able to put a soundtrack together for that. So there'll be music playing along with the show, and then it ends, give or take, around 9:30.
Right.
Give or take. So, and then we'll be able to turn the lights on. Everybody should be able to maneuver safely.
And you can show up just for the fireworks, but there's a lot more that goes on before.
Absolutely. So they have, like I said, there's plenty of food truck vendors there, but 10 of them will be showing up. Anything from nice creamery to kettle corn to snowy, and a little variety of everything, so anybody can kind of get whatever type of food that they want, as well as having a couple bounce houses will be there. And then before we begin, there'll be a kazoo race for the youngsters that want to have one lap around the track there and make some noise and have fun and get the party
kazoo
started.
parade is really fun, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So I love having the little kids come out and do a little walk around the track with the kazoo. And so WBSC is always nice enough to be able to play music to get the party started.
I'm still upset. I had my kazoo and I wanted to participate and they wouldn't let me. They said I was too big.
There's always a kid in the heart, and we never turn anybody down.
Plenty of parking.
Yeah, there is a lot of parking in the Civic Center parking lot, as well as the Y High parking lot, as well as the corner adjacent to that as well. Keep in mind, we do like to have people not sit in parking spaces, so we're going to try to be able to maintain that, get as many people in as possible. We think that we have around 10,000 people within a mile radius that can be able to see the fireworks.
Right, that's pretty amazing. Now, if I want to be a sponsor, what is the allure? Why would I want to give you guys money?
Sure. So we want this to be a free event. It has been a free event thus far to the community, and we want to be able to maintain this being a free event. Every little bit counts. There is no set amount that we're asking for, but every little bit from each businesses will help towards that. Again, we don't want to have the community for such people charge, so we want them to come out and enjoy a free event on this one. So for them to be able to donate, you can go to the Community Foundation website, look up Red, White, and Boom, and you can be able to donate through that. We can also, through our...
So you guys keep the money there at Community Foundation,
Yep,
so it's all legit.
Yep.
Yeah, everyone knows where the money's going to be, and they see it.
Yep, absolutely. They keep all the banks, the account right there at the Community Foundation.
Right.
You can also go to redwhiteboomsalisbury.org, and you can be able to have a link there as well to be able to donate.
So my business, are you going to include me in your advertising, or how does that work?
Well, it's obviously going towards this event to help maintain it being a free event, and you're also, if they wanted to provide a banner, we will be more than happy to put the banner out so everybody can be able to see who our people that are sponsoring are in the community and be able to thank them as well.
And include them in your press information? I'm happy to put all that in the
Absolutely.
paper who your sponsors are.
Absolutely. We're hoping to do a press for that sometime in the next couple of months or so or before it, and get all the sponsorships out there and thank them as well.
Now, Mike Dunn ran this event for a long time. He kind of dumped it on you guys. I don't know how all that worked. Has it been fun? Is it fulfilling?
Absolutely, it's been fun. It's actually, I wouldn't say the word dumped it on us. I think he kind of asked a couple of young people to jump in with him, and Ryan and I stood up together, looked at each other and said, we're in. And then we grabbed it by the reins the first year, worked side by side with him, and now this is the year 3 that we've been doing this. So we're pretty excited about it. We're well on our way to where we need to be. A couple loose ends that we're trying to tie up right now, and especially the donations as well.
Yeah, I remember after the first year, because he had this dream of bringing it back, and I didn't really have an opinion about it. And I was at lunch with him, right after the event, the Monday after, the very first one, and we were at Taylor's Barbecue, and we never had lunch because people were lining up to thank him for bringing the event back. And I was like, this thing was a hit. He's like, yeah, it really was. And it was at Bennett then.
Uh-huh.
But people really had longed to have fireworks back. We'd have to go to the Shorebirds to see any fireworks here
Correct.
locally or go to Ocean City.
Correct.
But, every town needs a fireworks show, and we need one.
Absolutely. It's something that on the 4th of July people want to see instead of going to someplace else. Mike had this dream to be able to maintaining it being here in Salisbury, and he had an epiphany and said, I'm going to set out to do it, and made it possible. And for this reason, Ryan and I are thankful that he was able to pave that pathway for us to be able to continue it moving forward.
Yeah, one of the great community traditions has been restarted, and now we need money. You need money to keep it going.
Sure, absolutely. And so, like I said, you can go to the Community Foundation, look under Red, White, and Boom. You can be able to donate there, as well as going to our website, which is Red, White, Boom, Salisbury. And there should be a link there to donate as well. So any donations, there's no certain amounts, just anything would be appreciated to continue this event being free to the community.
It's easy to remember the date of the event. It's July 4th.
Yep, it's on a Thursday, absolutely.
It's a Thursday this year.
Yep, absolutely. And then the rain date is that Friday, so July 5th. We always shoot for the 4th, number one. So we should know relatively early, about midday maybe, if we're even going to have them. But 9 out of 10 times we strive to have them on that day.
All at County Stadium.
All at the Wicomico County Stadium at the Y-High football field, yes.
And lots of other stuff, food and everything. I just bring my chair, my blanket.
Yep, bring your chair,
and
bring
you'll
your
take
blanket,
care of me for
bring
everything
your
else.
bring your friends, bring your kids, hang out wherever you want. First come, first serve seating as far as whether it be stadium or on the field. Sit down, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
So I want to participate. I call you?
You can be able to go to redwhiteboomsalisbury.org. Our contact information is there. You can be able to either give us a call. I believe our email addresses are probably there as well, and or the link to the community foundation is there. You can go directly to that. And we'll be more than happy if anybody would like to bring us banners, and we will get them back to you afterwards. We'll be more than happy to put them out around the field during the day so we can show who all the sponsors were for the event.
Brian, we can't wait for Red, White, and Boom. We'll have you back to promote the event as it gets closer, and we're really excited, and everyone wants to help you, so this is a great thing.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for having me on. And like I said, if you're looking to be able to donate, you can go to our website, redwhiteboomsalisbury.org, and be able to contact us. And we look forward to having a successful event this year.
He's Brian Nelson. He's going to be putting on the big fireworks show with Ryan Weitzel this year at Wicomico County Stadium, and we're so excited he's here today. And thank you again for being here.
Absolutely.
I'm Greg Bassett from the Salisbury Independent Newspaper, another edition of 101 right here on PAC 14.
First Shore Federal is proud to support PAC 14 and one-on-one. We'd encourage every business to support PAC 14 and pick a program and support it, and let's make a difference.
This is Red, White, and Boom, Salisbury's free fireworks display. Families from all over Salisbury are getting a real dose of Americana today. We've got food trucks out here. We've got fireworks, obviously. We're out here in the middle of our county's football stadium. You know, people are sitting on the lawn. There's bouncing houses. We've got Sunrise Church out here. We've got 10 different food vendors. We've got WVOC out. Hundreds of families are going to be here. Fire department, city, county police. It's a little bit of everything. It's an entire community event.
Red, White, Boom.
Red, White, and Boom!
Red, White, and Boom!
Red, White, Boom!
Red, White, and Boom!
Red, White, and Boom! 16. Red, white, and boom.
Red, white, and blue.
Red, white, and boom.
Red, white, and boom.